you ever have a question in regards to anything pertaining to the VSI products or have a particular question that you need to send to him, send an email to him, put VSI in the subject box, and that way he'll know it's pertaining to VSI and he'll get back with you. We've got about another minute till we'll get started here very, very quickly. And if you've joined us tonight for the first time, again, we host these calls every Thursday night. Dr. Rouse would pick a topic. He comes on. We do a product overview or something that pertains to the products that can help you out in the field, help you with your customers, help you with your own personal results with the product. And then the calls are recorded, and they're put up on the invitesampleshare.com. Okay, Myrna says the voice is breaking up. Can anyone else hearing any of the sound breaking up? Okay, it could just be individual computer. Myrna, it could be your computer. Everybody else says it's loud and clear, so I don't hear any static on my end. So that's good. And again, the recording will be up on www.invitesampleshare.com. And we'll get that up at least by in the morning. So we're right here at the top of the hour. I think we're good to get started here. I just want to make sure Dr. Rouse is on the call with us this evening.
Hey, Dr. Rouse is in the house.
Okay, wonderful. Well, let me get this set up here because I do want to get a good recording of the call. Let me just open up screen here. Okay, all right. Well, I think we're muted out, so I think we're okay on the telephone side. And again, I just want to welcome everyone to the call tonight. If you're listening in for the first time, we want to especially welcome you. I'm Gloria Vinson from Valdosta, Georgia. Dr. Rouse is our medical advisor here with VSI. He's a registered pharmacist. He's a doctor of natural medicine, and he's been very, very instrumental in helping us to learn more about the VSI product line. And again, we've just launched this amazing new enhancement to the VSI weight loss, the VSI Tremma. And Tremma is going to be an amazing product for us out in the field. And so tonight I asked Dr. Rouse if he would focus on the 7 benefits of Tremma, and then he can pull in all of the ingredients as they pertain to the benefit. And so I think that will help give a really good overview of the product and help you have a better understanding of the functionalities of this product. And I do want to report tonight that my husband Jack has lost 8 pounds on Tremma since we received it Monday a week ago. So he's been on it just a little over a week, and he's lost 8 pounds. So that's fantastic. So Dr. Rouse, I know you're excited about Tremma. And so I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to you. You put together a fantastic training call for us tonight.
We will, and as we move through the slides here in just a moment, I'd like to mention that one of the world's renowned medical magazines called The Lancet, in a recent issue, they said in the particular magazine, they said that throughout the history of mankind, one of the big contributors to disease and suffering in the past has been hunger, starvation, malnutrition. But since dawning of the 21st century, obesity is now a bigger health crisis globally than hunger, and it is now the leading cause of disease and illness around the world. Currently, according to the Lancet magazine, it is now estimated that 8 out of 10 adults over the age of 25 are overweight, and 38% of the world adult population now meet the clinical criteria for being classified as obese. And they're estimating that in the next short 7 years, before the year 2020 approaches, that 60% of all adults over the age of 40 will be obese. 50%, that is, every other person will suffer from diabetes as a result. So when we look at it, we realize that, wow, we're talking a mess here. And since 1970, 1970, men and women worldwide have gained slightly more than 10 years of life expectancy overall. In other words, they're saying our life expectancy is longer. Since 1970, we have 10 years on the life expectancy spectrum, but they are spending more years living with injury and illness due largely to the problems created by obesity. We're talking about diabetes, heart disease, cancer, arthritis, etc. And the Lancet report reveals that every country on planet Earth, with the exception of the sub-Saharan Africa, is now facing alarming obesity rates. So overall, there was an increase of obesity by 82% globally, worldwide, in the last 20 years. That means we have a product that is definitely needed by the world population, absolutely. And before the 7 weight loss benefits of Tremma, let me make a pronouncement about Visa Tremma from Dr. Charlie's perspective. I truly believe that achieving ideal body is not about dieting or food deprivation. It is all about eliminating excessive hunger, stabilizing blood sugar levels, and increasing the pleasure feeling or the satisfaction that people can get from their food. And to me, one of the very best tools in all the world in helping all the people to achieve that goal is called Visa Tremma, because it reduces appetite and promotes effective weight loss, because it stabilizes blood sugar control, because it increases insulin sensitivity, and all the while lowers blood cholesterol and triglycerides. So with that in mind, I'm excited. Let's look and see what's up. And here are the 7 reasons why we have an obligation to share what we have with others. It's all natural, and I'm talking about all natural. Now, I am getting a lot of emails and plenty of calls, and corporate has too. They're saying, well, does it have caffeine in the product? Well, let me say this, that the original Visa weight loss and the enhanced Visa Tremma both have naturally occurring caffeine. Both have naturally occurring caffeine. And the proprietary amount of caffeine in Tremma is significantly less than any amount found in any energy drink. And actually, you can't compare bananas to an apple or apple to an orange, because in the energy drink, they're using artificial stuff, anhydrous caffeine. In our product, we're using all natural organic, which means that it has caffeine, but also it has the other essence of theobromine and theophylline, and those are surrounded by hundreds of other organic compounds that uniquely buffer them. So eliminating the anxiety, the nervousness, the irritability, the tremors, the insomnia. And the reason that we put and allowed, instead of going totally decaf, we allowed the caffeine in our product, the natural, organic, because it creates a greater absorption for the other ingredients, and it allows the synergy or the other ingredients to be even better. In other words, improving your mood better, controlling your appetite, suppressing it stronger, burning your fat more efficiently. And when we look at it, our products are all natural, and the coffee Arabica, what is becoming affectionately called in the industry, it goes by initials. Now they're abbreviating everything. GCB That stands for green coffee bean extract, GCBE. And it's made from the raw unroasted bean because, look, whenever they take the bean for coffee and roast it to make your cup of coffee, it actually destroys most of the chlorogenic acid, and we don't want it. It's the genic acid that makes it so fat burning effective. And we're finding that, hey, because we have synergy, we're using the caffeine induced to get more absorption, better synergy. We're actually able to use much smaller milligrams, a little milligram, but it yields a big, huge, powerful weight loss, a lot of loss. And nice thing about it is that our all-natural Visi Tremma is not just for dieters. It would be for anybody who's looking after their cardiovascular. Look, if somebody who has a borderline blood pressure, this is mild hypertensive. This can lower blood pressure, systolic, diastolic. Somebody who has a bad triglyceride level, somebody who has a bad cholesterol level. We're finding that, yes, the nutrition of the cordyceps and the power of the coffee and the power behind the rice tea, they do what they need to do. So we go to slide number 2, and here's the other powerful introduction. And what it does is that we're metabolizing stored fat. See, it's one thing for the body to block the fat that you're eating in the food today to keep it from going over there to get into the tissue and become fluffy fat, white adipose tissue. But now the cordyceps and the chromium and the coffee arabica and the green tea and the garcinia and the L-carnitine, and look, on the label, they're all there, and they're in synergistic proportions in the right milligrams to burn fat. But when we were looking at the clinicals and studying the aspects of what we could put in our product, we didn't want something just to burn us up. We needed something to protect us and reserve us in the area of lean muscle tissue, fiber, sinew, muscle, protein. And therefore, the nice thing about it is we're burning up bad, fluffy, white adipose tissue, but we're reserving and protecting the lean, brown adipose tissue, the BAT, the BAT. We're getting rid of the WAT, W-A-T, the white adipose tissue, keeping the BAT. And that's preserving. And that means that we are in the acceleration of fattening and preventing metabolism from remaining sluggish. So somebody who's stuck in a rut, somebody who has a hard time losing weight. I just heard the testimony of Jack Vinson, who's been working hard at it, and now the new product has given him the no longer sluggish minus 8 pounds in just a short few days. And it all happens because it improves the insulin sensitivity. It enhances the metabolism in the mitochondria, and all these things are designed to enhance, to optimize. See, when we take a product and we want to go after your imbalances, what is causing you to be stuck in a rut? Imbalances, hormonal imbalances, sugar-releasing imbalances, fat-burning imbalances. And what we could do then is to provide things to enhance, to optimize, to normalize the functions. And that's what we did in metabolizing your stored fat. On slide number 3, it gets exciting because people have always said that, look, what would be the most essential way to obesity is now the world's biggest health crisis. It is. And because it is the world's biggest health crisis, the ideal way, the ideal body, the ideal solution is not to put somebody on an extreme calorie restricted diet and deprive them of foods. It is to eliminate excessive hunger, to stabilize their roller coaster blood sugar, to increase their feelings of, yes, I feel good, I feel better. And that's the L-theanine, that's the chromium, that's the green tea, that's the rice tea leaf extract, that's the garcinia, the HCA, the hydroxycitric acid. And on the slide, I made a very strong statement under the good side of suppressing appetite. Artificial sweeteners, some people call it equal, some people call it Splenda, some people call it aspartame, some people call it sucralose. Artificial sweeteners disrupt the brain, the neurological signals that control hunger and feeling full. And as a result, people who use artificial sweeteners generally always gain more weight because they can't control their appetite. And the truth is that it also, those artificial, anything that's not natural, slows down your metabolism, which means more calories are going to be consumed because your appetite is more ravenous and you can't burn them off. And the L-theanine, numero uno in giving you alpha brain waves. The alpha brain waves make you less anxious, less ravenous, less compulsive, more relaxed, but yet you're still very mentally alert and very cognitively in the game. Unlike the beta brain waves make you nervous and jittery and angry, and we don't want that. So we eliminated that by using L-theanine with the nutrition, and this will likely help people even that are trying to lose weight. It is going to control all cravings. And if you know somebody that wants to give up dipping, tobacco, snuffing, smoking, any kind of tobacco addiction, this is the nutrition that will help them to quit smoking. It gives the GABA, the gamma aminobutyric acid, in the limbic system, deep in the brain. When the back door is cracked, everything gets more anxious, more fretful, more panic, more nervous, more unable to be in control. And now we increase the brain GABA, so we close that door to the limbic system. And now the dopamine starts rising, which makes you happy and makes you sensible and gives you a good well-being. Perfect for stress. Suppressing the appetite is just one major benefit. We'll control your stress levels, your anxiety levels. Slide number 4, thermogenesis. What does that mean, Dr. Charlie? It means heat production. Now, we don't want to give you the night sweats. We don't want to give you the, no, we don't want to do that. We don't want to give you hot flashes. No. We want the mitochondria to be smooth. We want it to be stoking the fat burning furnace. And that means your metabolic rate is going to melt pounds away. It's like, hey, turn up the heat, let the butter melt. And that's exactly what happens. So we're helping the body to waste calories, to get rid of excess calories. And there's ways to do that. Today I walked a couple of miles. That's called exercise. That's thermogenic. So in my walking, I thermogize myself. I heat produce myself. I ate today. I ate very healthy. I ate lots of vegetables. Vegetables are high in nutrition. You know, the minerals, the amino acids, the proteins, and low in calories, but definitely heat producing. Now, what happens if I had exercise and vegetables and I swallowed a Tremma? That means that now my heat production has gone to the extraordinary. And factor this in. Factor the most responsible need for helping the body to become more thermogenic. Then treatment is the way. And what happens is that your insulin's resistant. If your body is certain and decreasing in thermogenesis, and now you have an impaired sympathetic nervous system, you got to have natural products to the rescue. You can walk all day long. You can eat 10 fruits and vegetables, and you're not going to get nearly what Jack Benson got because he swallowed his stuff. One little capsule gives the natural, the green tea, the rice tea, the cordyceps that are thermogenic. And these herbals are not only going to do their work now, they're going into the mitochondria. They're helping the T cells and the B cells. They're helping the body to reset the internal fat-burning thermostat. So Some of you have such a weak thermostat that it doesn't know when to be hot or cold. And then we'll reset that. And that means that when you have been yo-yoing on a diet so long, the body is confused. Now we bring your leptin and your adiponectin and your adrenal system and your thyroid system. Things get balanced. Things get reset. Thermogenesis to the rescue. Slide number 5. Antioxidant protection superiority. I could not begin to tell you the phytochemicals, the neat stuff in the Scandinavian berries. When we look at lingonberry and Arctic cloudberry and brambleberry, they're rich in carotenoids and carotenes and flavonoids and lignans and polyphenols and sterols. You do a Google search on any one of those simple words and maximize it times 10 and then say, that is what a Scandinavian berry is all about. And the therapeutic, we're talking in the PubMed research, just on thousands of clinical researches on carotenes, flavonoids, lignans, and they're showing therapeutic benefits for heart disease, prevention of stroke, prevention of cancer, prevention of cataracts, prevention of macular degeneration, prevention of Alzheimer's, keeping the brain young and vibrant, preventing age-related immune system dysfunctions like arthritis, prevention of diabetes type 2. Virtually every chronic degenerative disease is helped with superior antioxidant protection. We are rusting out of it. We are protecting with it. And slide number 5 says it's in the Visi family. Slide 6 tells us that with the power of the cordyceps and the alpha brain waves of the L-carnitine, we are now taking care of anxiety and panic and fear and phobia, the things that are called stress. And because we are giving you a better mood, because we are giving you a sweeter disposition, because we are helping you to become more you, you're going to find out that you're going to really appreciate the longevity. You can take this pill every day for months and years, and the longevity now brings anti-stress effects. I'm talking about helping you. I'm talking about the basic metabolic. I'm talking about your blood pressure. I'm talking about your bone density. I'm talking about your lungs breathing in normal and exchanging oxygen sufficiently. I'm talking about your immune system with your thymic and your B cells and your T cells. I'm talking about better memory. I'm talking about controlling muscle spasms in young ladies called PMS. I'm talking about that is under the direction of the stress system. And when we control hydrocortisone, also affectionately known as cortisol, then we keep your blood sugars more normal, and we keep your body metabolizing fat and not at the expense of losing protein. And another thing that cortisol is very influential is to keep you from swelling, edema, and pitting. It keeps the blood volume regulated so that the water in the cells and the water outside the cells, osmotic pressure balanced. And if you get too much cortisol, one smidgen too much, you're going to become restless and sleepless and anxious and nervous and headachy and extremely tired and very fatigued and even mullygrubs and moody blues. So look, we're going to help people in a major way, just keeping their cortisol down to a normal, but not at the expense of losing it, because you have to have cortisol to control pain levels and things like that. And slide number 7 encourages mental clarity. We put theanine, the green tea, and the rice tea together, synergy, to improve the mental processes, the thought patterns, the perception, the memory, the creativity, the problem solving. Can't wait to hear all of you artists become more artistic. Can't wait for you writers to start writing. Can't wait for you lecturers to start talking. Because when you take the pill, you now begin to put thought and brain, the things just connect. And anytime you start increasing your focus and your concentration and your attention, attention. You're going to get rid of deficits, and you're going to overcome learning difficulties. It's neat. We're talking about improving the signaling, the talking. Molecules talk to one another. Acetylcholine, phosphorine, phosphocholine. This nervous system has a way of talking back and forth, and when they're talking sweet, and they're talking functionally, and they're talking normal, it's nice, and you'll get a nice, deep state of relaxation without sedation. People, when they take it, will be mentally alert, physically active, but without getting drowsy or sedate. Now, when it comes nighttime, the sleep time, your body will take care. It'll automatically convert serotonin to melatonin, and things begin to just chill out. But I guarantee you that we put the L-theanine in the green tea and the rice tea in the product because some of you are a bit too sensitive. So counteract the anxious jitters associated with whatever tea or coffee or cola or chocolate or caffeine that you've had today, because the caffeine in our product is natural. It's called methylxanthine, and it's buffered with hundreds of different chemicals to keep it all intact and to keep it all ready to give you a whack. And look, we're in a global mess. People need Trema. They need to hear from you. So let's all wake up and let's become the people that can help the people. Because if we help them lose weight, we're going to help them immensely in their whole physical being. And when they feel better, they'll act better. And when they act better, everybody gets along better. Be blessed as we Trema the world.
Well, Dr. Rouse, thank you so much. This has been a tremendous overview, and those statistics at the beginning of the call were pretty staggering, and so we appreciate you sharing that with us. And again, we'll put this recording up on the invitesampleshare.com, and this just gives us a good overview. You've talked about every ingredient in the product. You've related it to all 7 of the benefits of Trema, and I don't know how we ask for a better product than what we have here, and you're absolutely right. We need to tell the world about Trema. So we're excited, and we look forward to hearing a lot of stories. And again, if you have any questions for Dr. Rouse, send him an email at the email that he put up, the rousejrc@bellsouth.net, and he'll certainly get your questions answered. But we'll continue to do more calls on this book on Trema. I know it's a brand new product. It's only out in the field in a week and a half, and so I'm sure as people begin to learn more and more about it, we'll cover topics that will just help everybody have a tremendous understanding of the product. So thank you, Dr. Rouse. I know we have the Premier Summit coming up in a couple of weeks. A lot of new things are in store. 2013 is going to be an amazing year for VSI, and we're excited, and it's just right at the very beginning. So we appreciate all of you. We wish you all the best of success this year, and we look forward to talking to you on the next call. And again, thank you, Dr. Rouse, and we'll be seeing you very soon. And thank you, everyone, and have a great rest of the week. Good night, everyone.